versus the Bison. The UMP is cheaper. The UMP has 6 times the headshot range versus players who don't. Device going for some headshots. Again, he can try and hold on to his armor here. Oh no, he's had 1 damage of armor. Might as well push in now and kill everybody else. I think there's a kit somewhere, but we have a Dupree running very far away indeed. So with 5 HP, one can imagine he's trying to hold on to his armor here. The max armor you can lose in 1 round, I think, is 40, 35 to 40, if I'm not mistaken. So he can hold on to that for next round. Device is just making himself some money. AWPs are
nice, but there is a good selection of grenades here for the Astralis side, and they have a triple-pronged retake coming in, which is not going to be expected. However, Godby gets that first good peek onto Device, but Dupree's in onto tabseN, just leaving Godby. They know where he is. They're going for the engagements, but they're giving him 1 versus 1s, but it's Dupree that closes it down, gets that bomb defused for Astralis, and they will steal away around from NRG. They did get the bomb down, did NRG? Yeah, it's going to be tough, that's for sure. Device is actually going to get some presence here. I love how he just burst the event for his teammates. But what? What Karrigan as he's falling just gets a ridiculous headshot on Godby. But the bomb will go down here. This was the plan all along. Can they get any damage to go with it? Any frags to be had? No. Zepex gets both kills there. But again, the bomb does get planted. But as you mentioned previously, the reason we had that force buy situation, they were going for the gamble on that A attack. It didn't pay off. Now they're going to use their superior weaponry to get in there. Device with the first headshot onto Peter there. Oh, that is savage there. Takes that ELEAGUE as well. Device gets the 3rd kill. And now there's just 2 players left coming in for NRG. Godby and tabseN sitting on that bomb as it ticks away. But there's loads of time here for Astralis. Device claims his 4th victim. There is yet 1 more victim still to be had. tabseN will go into the open. Ridiculous shot onto Device. What is this? tabseN gets all the remaining kills for the ace. And that's the round there. NRG's potential fast movement here. It's been spotted, and Karrigan's going to be jumping in to help Device out. Device taking a defensive position by this headshot angle. Just back into the bomb site, though. And the AWP is scoped up and ready to receive its first victim. There it is. ELEAGUE goes down. What else can Device do here? Spots the 2nd. Makes quick work of Godby as a 3rd player, and Device falters. But has he done enough? That's the question as NRG try to get into the bomb site. But there are so many Danes in. What is this? Peter through the smoke. Great prediction shot, and one after another, like dominoes, they all fall. Great round from NRG.
Denies information to the CT side. They don't know if the Ts are using this smoke to get close to the site, and if they are, A, that limits the positions that CTs can hold, but B, it makes a split very likely as well. But Karrigan comes in for the flank. Nobody watching the angle. That's tabseN and Fugly down. 5 versus 2 now. This is a disaster. This is not the round NRG wanted to lose. No one down for Astralis. We mentioned how poor they were. Perfect round. All AKs being picked up. No more FAMAS is that.
We're seeing the rest of Astralis holding it down in middle, but it's a 3 versus 4 here in favor of NRG, so they've got a lot working for them. tabseN going in. There is the AK-47 kill. He's got the nades as well to try to block off some angles as the bulk of the team move in. Now Zipex, he's been having the best game for Astralis here on Cash so far. He smoked off James. He can't see.
He cannot. So he needs to take a gamble. He needs to try and find a timely push through the smoke. And he's just going to creep through the smoke here. And the bomb's going down and nobody else is on the site. They need to come in for a big rotation, but tabseN will indeed do so. So the last round goes in favor of NRG, but they will need more favor as they are still 3 rounds behind Astralis. We saw weakness.
Seconds to 5. But here they go. They're getting in very fast here, rushing down the bomb site. There's only 1 player to attention on the site itself, but in goes Karrigan and Device. But there is a defuse on the way. They've got to take him down. It's ELEAGUE. He secures the defuse, and Karrigan gets the kill, but that's vision. And Karrigan's going to go for the plant, but there is a CT close, and Kirby's got to do the damage. There's a quick headshot found, and Device is going to be circling back in from a main, and the bomb is needing to be planted here in the next 30 seconds. Kirby will go for it, but again, as CTs are close, it's just Device left now with nothing but a deagle and 16 points of health. Good shot, but he won't be able to connect with the frag. Some good damage, but these CTs do not really have to face. He's got a plant, and there it is. Long range UMP.
Time being, but they have minimal loss bonus at the moment. They'll get $1,900 now if they lose this round, which they should. So the bomb plant would be crucial for them, but indeed they're going to try and well, I don't know. I mean, there's 1 person with a strong gun here, so you can't even really say that they're trying to do some damage to the economy here because they don't really have many weapons to do it with. So it seems that there isn't much to be done at all in this round for Astralis. Fugly is going to need to have some help to finally get things over the line there. A good round for NRG. And don't lose a single player. And again, there's no plant at all. Peter's parents are here. We'll have to be very polite there.
Exactly. Got Peter's parents in the building. And this is...
Don't mention a moustache!
They might be present for what could
been. The door's been opened now. Maybe there's a clue for the CT side. We're going to have flashes all over the shop. Zipex charging in, but Karrigan will steal the kill. Fugly's a trade though. Again, he's up high, but Zipex will trade back. 2 versus 3 now. The bomb's down on the floor. There's still loads of time, but the rotation's coming in from the CTs. The more time Astralis wait, the more CTs there are to defend with. Legia takes down Zipex. So it's a device with 14 HP. A flying Legia comes in, and that is going to put NRG back in.
What the hell's going on right now? They need to try to find a solution, because otherwise they're going to drop a map to NRG here, which would force it to a third.
The only person who has vision in that area towards the forklift, but he's been Molotov'd away already. Karrigan playing a surprising position towards the box, trying to punish the CTs for going through the smoke, but they've got time to wait for it to disappear. TabseN opening the door now, and the frags will begin. So far, so good. Karrigan and Kiabi getting frags. Karrigan gets traded, however. 3 versus 2 now. The numbers running out for Astralis as the CTs continue to push. Peter taking down Kiabi. Zipex at the back of the site. He can get multiple frags here. Shoulder peeking coming in. There are many CTs to try and defend it. 2 kills for him, but it's not enough. Is there time for GodB? No, there's no time!
Terrorist aggression just for the moment, but he's going to have to deliver some kills here.
He's got support from a player this time, but he just can't afford to take these risks, I think, with the money they have and the money, the Astralis' situation as well. And now they find themselves with 2 people left. Could this, what is going to happen here? I just don't know why they've gone for such aggression when they've got no money left. And they're all starting to bunch together with the final players. Karrigan deploying the smokes, the nades into the site, but Fugly's in position, and again the smokes will allow tabseN to come in as well. Peter's coming in for the flank, and the bomb's still in A main, just walking in now. Down goes Kiabi. Fugly in a strong position. 1 frag for him, can't get a second one, but it's a 3 versus 1 now. Zipex can't do it, and somehow NRG win another round of pots and pans down. They had nothing.
Decide to split up, or they might decide to gamble together and both stick with each other on one bomb site. Those are the 2 options, and looks like they're slightly spread out here, so Karrigan could potentially get a 1 versus 1.
He's going to hear some noise as well. Peter making loads of noise, but Fugly is going to trade, and that is a very important round. You can see these players feeling the pressure. tabseN with almost of his hands in his head. Important, he knows the players haven't crossed yet. If he can stop them from doing so, double peek though comes out, and he can't get a single one. Now it's Legia versus 2.
Yeah, nice little coordination between Karrigan and dupreeh to make sure they were both facing that angle at the same time to get that trade frag. But no trade was necessary because no one died. But now it's down to Legia versus these 2. He's got a lot of time as the bomb was freshly planted. And he looks for one of these players. They can be in a lot of spaces. He's got to guess correctly. And it looks like Astralis will not give up their position, but he's going to predict one very effectively. Takes down dupreeh. Now just Karrigan left. As Legia goes in, and it's Karrigan, finds the headshot with that AK.
tabseN though will get traded from Zipex. I was going to wonder if a boost was going to come in. Karrigan with a nice flash there. That's going to allow himself to take Peter down as well. Looking for Legia. GodB is heavily tagged as well. 4 versus 2. Karrigan's done great work. GodB gets dispatched up as well, and it's Legia alone going to get traded. So Astralis survive, and most importantly, they survive with both AWPs intact again. That was a huge...
And their coordination as to who looks where on the entry of the site. You see Fugly's checking the close positions, but not well enough. dupreeh with the perfect timing coming in. There's 2 massive frags there from dupreeh. But still, we get trades from Peter and tabseN to put it to a 3 versus 3. And Device is close on the site. He's got Zipex as well. Device with a key frag, dropping the bomb. But the trade from Peter, trades backwards and forwards. But it's Peter to make the difference. But Karrigan coming in with that AWP is very dangerous. Can he find the frag here? Or will these Ts understand how to play it? And there it is, great shot onto tabseN. Now Peter knows the HE set sailing above, and that's it. Karrigan nails it with the grenade, soaring through the air. That is the round, and Astralis make it happen.
An explosive finish to a very tight game between these 2 teams, and indeed, that is the 2-0, that is the GG, that is the big clean sheet for Astralis moving into tomorrow's televised final.